Good evening, good morning, everyone. How are we all? Um, so I'm doing it a little bit different today. I'm on my iPad and I'm kind of wanting to like. Someone has asked me to explain a bit more about the YMCA, so that is what I'm kind of going to do is explain like where I used to live. So if any of you guys haven't seen my old videos that I'm no longer on here because I've got a lot of negativity and a bit of abuse and just kind of stuff no one kind of wants to have on a YouTube channel. So first of all, I am 27. I live alone. I'm autistic. I have anxiety and depression, and I I suffer from those kind of things. The reason why I'm making these videos is 2 years ago I was homeless. I didn't have any of this fancy phone, fancy gadgets, phones, nice stuff, computers, Xboxes, 4K TVs, a fiance. I didn't have any of that. I was on the streets, homeless. And a guy who watches my videos and has asked me a little bit more ask about the YMCA. So I'm going to honour his request. He knows who he is, so a massive shout out to him. Um, so yes, let's get started. So 2 years ago, I was made homeless from a relationship that was a little bit out of control, but also it was a bit more um, like I am going to try and give stay. iPad was a bit out of control and was a bit more, just it kind of wasn't. Yeah, not going to say that because you know the person is now happy and I don't want to do this anything. So I was made homeless due to the fact I found out I was autistic, and I had anxiety, depression through years of abuse. Of like just being at school and realizing I wasn't like normal mainstream people. I was autistic. I was ADHD, and a lot of issues. So, there's a big huge thought, but I'm going to go through it in another video. So let's get back on track. I was made homeless and for the first night I was made homeless. I lived in a kid's house, and that's how desperate things got. You will live in places you do not think you'd ever live. So I lived in there for a day or two before her stepdad you know, bullied me, threatened me, and told me that I've got to leave the area. And I'm not, I've moved down, so I'm not leaving an area. Once I've made friends and all that, I'm not gonna leave. So I moved into Exeter itself from Tiverton, and I kind of struggled. So I went to a place called Night Stop. Now Night Stop are a Christian charity. Yes, hello, are a Christian charity that offer homeless people a chance to live, find somewhere and keep themselves warm, keep themselves safe, fed. Not having to live on the streets. This were people with mental health issues and other people as well. So I applied through Night Stop to kind of keep me keep me safe because I didn't know what I was doing. The council wasn't helpful whatsoever. So I beg your pardon. So I did that for a little while and kind of just thought, you know what, I need to find permanent accommodation. So I looked at places, looked at the Amber, Association, Esther, the YMCA, and I asked Night Stop and chat to another charity that helped me. They put me up and said, "Have you tried this place? Or have you tried that? Or have you gone there?" So I did. I went to the YMCA for viewing, and on first notice, I loved it. I absolutely found it fantastic. I thought it was just perfect for what I wanted. Um, and it's kind of just one of those things where you think, you know, can I do this, or can you do this, or is it able to go and look at somewhere where you think, oh, I'm not gonna survive, or I'm not gonna enjoy this. So it was kind of one of those things where you think, what can you do? is the best choice of chance. You've got three accommodations offering you one accommodation. One isn't the best. The other one is okay. The third one was better, and that, you know, I have to admit was the YMCA. So I moved in there in August of 2016, and I was there for 2 years, but I did move out, but we'll get that. So we'll get that a bit later. So I moved in, and I felt to the point where I moved in and I thought, yes, I'm home. Yes, this is, you know, I can see myself living in Exeter, keeping myself safe. And for someone who, at the time, was suicidal, I was, you know, I didn't want to be alive. I was kind of just all over the shop. And I kind of said to myself, I need to get better. So it was a really rough first few weeks of living at the YMCA. I found it quite difficult to adjust, you know, quite hard to keep myself motivated. And it got to a point where, you know, I had to, you know, be concerned for my welfare. I'm sorry if I look down. My partner is messaging me because we are trying to book a wedding, but I'll go through that in a bit. So I moved in now to his request. Yes, the place is noisy. It can get busy. There are people that can be annoying or can be quite aggressive or also quite unhelpful. So this it's just, you know, all over the kind of thing is like, can you do this or can you do that, or are you, you know, being a good resident, or can you do that? And I kind of enjoyed it. I kind of liked it, and I kind of just thought, you know what, no, I'm going to kind of progress a bit more, and I kind of wanted to be like, yes, I'm living in this situation. Yes, this situation is not good, but can this situation work for me? Yes, it has. Hence, the flat. Now, at the moment, there are difficulties with, you know, you're sharing, you know, there's 31 other people there. You're sharing a bathroom. You're sharing laundry. You're sharing accommodation, which is, they are pretty close together. You can get on people's nerves. You can get on, you know, under your own feet, and it's kind of one of those things where you have to kind of use your best. Think, what do you do? Do you want to annoy this person? Do you want to annoy that person? So, it was fun. I'm not gonna lie. I made some very good friends there. You know, there were a few issues where I was involved in, but I'm not going down that route. Um, but with all honesty, you know, YMCA made me welcome. They made me at home. They made me kind of feel like actually people do give a crap about mental health and homelessness. So I kind of started to enjoy it. There were activities like football, cooking, you know, singing club, a job club. You know, these were all kind of activities that they helped the residents there. And it kind of made my mental state a little bit better, a little bit more stable for myself. And I kind of just thought, yes, I can cope. Um, but yeah, and then I stayed there for a year, and I eventually thought, you know, I want to move out. I want to kind of get to where I am now, but it can take difficulty. So I moved out of the YM a year later, and went to Newcourt, which is, if you know Exeter, just up the road a little bit towards IKEA, and I kind of lived in a shared house with four other people. Which was nice, you know, but this is a bit more, you're sharing everything. Apologies for that. My iPad just fell off its stand. So, yeah, we kind of shared accommodation. We shared, you know, kitchen, bathroom, living room. The only thing which we didn't have was our own. We had our own bedroom, and it was lush. It was nice. We were near Tesco's. We were near transport, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But then, fortunately, things happened. My mental state just got too bad, and I had to move back to the main building, and live at but go back to the YM. So that's what I did. I went back to the main building of the YMCA. Now to this, guys, I'm gonna have to just bear with me and get these questions up, because I wanted to definitely ask. What it was he wanted. So, he's put. No, I'm very grateful he's asked these kind of questions, because it's kind of what I wanted, kind of questions to ask. Now, this guy's put, how was life? The life there was fantastic. I'm not gonna fault it. You know, there were good days, there were bad days. You know, there were days where you think, what am I doing? But you also put your neighbours. Now, this is where I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hold things down. Yes, some neighbours were loud. They were noisy. They were annoying. They were. This is what happens when you've had 4 hours worth of sleep. They were just, some of them were bad residents, and some of them were just like making your time awkward living there. But all of them were happy. They were kind. They were welcoming. I made a lot of friends, and some of them I'm still friends with now, and I am grateful to have them, because where would I be? So, to this person's questions, the YMCA, if you are homeless or needing to live somewhere, I would really recommend, going to the YMCA and living there, and kind of thinking, yes, this place is a very good place to live, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, because I'm not going to lie, where am I now? I'm in my own home, and it is, I'm not going to bullshit or quote or, anything, but without the YMCA, I wouldn't have this. I'd be on the street still. I'd in Heinz terms, and I know this can get serious, I probably will be dead. And that's the hardest thing for a human being, for a person with mental health, and for a person who has suffered so much, can say, yeah, where would I be if I didn't have the YMCA? Not here. And that is my honest answer. I'm not doing this because I want followers, or I want likes, or I want people saying, oh yeah, this guy's great, he's great on YouTube. No. If I didn't have support, I didn't have, what I had, I would not be alive. I would be dead. And that's one of the things where you kind of have to be like, I don't want to be like that anymore, but I want to be like this person, or I want to be like that. So it has been a rough 2 years in Exeter, and I'm not going to lie, but it's finally now come to an end, and we're like, yes, I'm better, I'm happier, I'm a lot more stable, and I can do things without thinking, oh my god, I'm going to mess up. Other than that, let's get on with but to the guy who asked me these questions, I hope this video is okay for you. Any more questions, mate, just give me a message. But anyone who else is watching, guys, please like, subscribe, follow this channel. This channel is all about anyone who struggles to get their word out that they have mental health issues. And, don't be afraid to ask for help. Never, ever be afraid to ask and say, help. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Because everyone who has mental health will listen and be yes, and be a friend, and be by your side, and be like, look, I've had this issue, I've had that. But let's get back onto what we are doing. So any updates recently? A little bit. There's been a few updates. Me and Bex yesterday went to, and her parents went to, Lakeview Manor, which is here in Exeter. We went to have a look for a wedding, and for our wedding. So it's kind of having to look and book, like we've got like pieces of paper like this, like giving you a list of like 5 foot bay trees, you know, and giant 4 foot letters, sachets, armchair covers, aisle decor, centerpieces, lightning, hanging decor. And this is just like, come on. You know, it's like, I didn't realise planning a wedding was so difficult. But, you know, I'm glad. And I'm going to be honest and say this, you know, some of you guys have probably watched my videos before speaking about people. But I'm not, without Bex in my life, I think, you know, it would be quite difficult to be like, you know, there's a level of, like, where you are, you know, I am so tired. I do apologise. I need to stop yawning. I need to wake up. Really. I just slap myself and just be like coffee now. But you know, when you have mental health, you have that. You're like, so this is your normal life level here. Let's just say, and when you have mental health and you're going through a rough time, you go down to about here. So you're like, I don't know what to do. I just don't want to do anything. I just can't be bothered, or that kind of stuff. But then when you kind of get, like for me, the minute I moved into Ymca, it went from here to here. And then when I kind of found friends and all that, it went to like there and there and there. And then the minute I knew I was feeling better, I went to the gathering. Now this is a Christian thing, only for men. If you believe in Christian, it's a very good thing. I will recommend it. I'm going this year, so watch out, guys. There will be a video on that. It kind of just was. It was just one of those things where I just thought, there's no point of holding grudges on people or life or experiences of why my life has gone this way. And I kind of just thought, you know what, that's enough. I need to just stop. I just need to be like, look, this has happened, but this is gone now. And just be like, okay, this is different, this is this. But life was much better. And I just thought, there's no point of holding grudges on people you hate or you want dead, because it's just not going to happen. So I kind of just like, look, forgive, move on, and be like, look, life has been shit, but your life is now getting better. And you always have to think, you look back on your bad part of your life and it just makes you a lot better later on in life. And it has. I look back at my previous past of how bad I was, how awful my autism and my, you know, anxiety, depression. I thought, nah, I'm not that person 2 years ago. And I thought, if I looked at myself 2 years ago, before here, so 2 years ago, and I thought, oh God, would I ever get it? No. So don't ever take what you've got for granted, because life, you know, will always go away. I never thought I'd be here, have a fiance, be getting married in 2020. You know, have a great brother, have a niece, have parents. You know, you never take your life for granted. It is the one thing you have that is perfect. Yes, family have problems, family have issues, but they are always there for you. My family have always been there for me, and I love them very dearly, and I will never, ever, ever take that away. That the fact is, you know, my family and I have had issues, but they were always behind my back. So, whatever life you've got, ups or downs, be grateful. Because there are people out there who don't have the lives we have and think, why is my life so crap? Why is my life this bad? Please, guys, you know, if you see someone homeless or you see someone struggling, help them, don't ignore them. You know, because what if it was you, and if it was me coming up to you, you'd want me to help you. Anyway, guys, that's enough from now. I'm off. If you want any more topics talked about, let me know. Like, subscribe, please, guys, because these channels, you know, this channel means a lot to me. It means a lot for people who also suffer from mental health, because people will watch it and think, oh my God, it's fantastic. Way. But no, this is just to get the people out there who has mental health, anxiety, depression, and autism. There is someone here who will listen. Other than that, guys, that is it. Have a great day.